Yo, hello there, my delicious friends. We're back on Final Fantasy XVI. Thank you very much for joining and vibing along as ever, live on twitch.tv/MikeyMegaMega. I, since the last episode, have actually cleaned up every single side quest because, honestly, they were really boring and dull as you'd expect. Ooh, please find my missing dog. Ooh, please find a letter. Ooh, please kill some bugs. One of them that was interesting was a bit more related to the nature of recently freed slaves and how they don't really know how to interact in society and ask for food and stuff. That was pretty cool. But most of it was just like minimum stuff. So let's dive right back in to the main plot after I have a look at one quick thing. My abilities. I want to become, guys, the most efficient badass fighter in town. Because as you know, Mikey Mega Mega is my username, but it's only because Mikey Min Maxing was taken. I am like a hardcore, like technical gamer. I'm not here for the fun. I'm not here for enjoying the story and the world building and the romance and the idea of a wonderful video game. I'm not here for the experience. I'm here for the hard, cold, raw data of completing at 100%. As you know, as is the way that I've clearly been all my life. So, Ignition. This is my stabbing ability that has good attack and okay defense breaking. Staggering, there we go. This bad boy does stagger and attack. Wicked Wheel has a very good stagger rating, and Gouge has an amazing stagger rating. So I just need to remember to use these things in the right order when bringing down bad boy enemies. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to have you.
Well, someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Hey P Pistols, how you doing, man?
I will be as obedient as you.
Happy Tuesday, bro. Don't you
Yeah?
don't you lie to me, Pistol. Tuesday.
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
I missed Matty's message. I'm just reading it.
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Oh God, dude, that's gross.
Just the three of us, then.
Matty.
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates.
Kid
The
Ludens.
fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed.
What's up, bruv?
And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda.
I am unique.
And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Okay, I'm going to call it right now.
Let's try not to find out.
Sid
Less likely to be spotted if we travel separately.
in Final Fantasy XVI. This guy
I'll meet
right
you in
here.
Northreach in a few days.
Is he the best Sid in all the Final Fantasies? Because Sid in Final Fantasy VII is basically a rocket man who's really mean to his wife. That's all I remember. But this Sid is freeing slaves, trying to create a better future, changing the community, helping the locals, organizing a resistance, and now, with my help, invading the Empire? KK, who plays games for fun? I'm glad you understand, KK. Okay, so let's get our sweet selves over to Lostwing, my friends. Been busy. Yeah, well, life's like that, Tommy. It's always a pleasure. Like you know the score, Tommy. You're old school.
So,
but like, I love seeing you
we're
guys,
meeting in Northreach.
and I also understand you have
But I find
lives.
Sid and Jill before this dame finds me.
So I see you when I see you, and you're beholden to nothing involving me. And then I like seeing you again when I see you again.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
Sounds like she was about to tell a dirty joke. And how did the grocer know? Wait, how am I getting over to here? I think I need to get to this location there. So I'm just going to teleport here. I'm also using my spirit animal system. So Elemental Geo's got a TTRPG that they're working on. I'm also using the spirit animal system as a way of punishing bad behavior as well. Ruining stealth and uncanny stuff. Naughty lad. By the way, can we just take a moment to say, hey, the sun is setting on this wonderful section of the map and it's still beautiful. Mikey me game gar. God damn right I am. Mikey Me Game Guard's here for the pure data. Character design, don't care. Video game waifu hotties. Ugh. Can I even fight these? Can I pet them? Oh, now they want to fight. They are literally just antelope that I'm killing now, so I probably shouldn't take too much time in a rambunctious murder. Slaying beasts is a different thing altogether. How long is that nose going? Mate, it keeps growing till it curves all the way back over and up in me. Until I can smell how glorious I am. I mean, that's the life of a content creator, right? Wait, if you look, not me, I'm down to earth, I'm salt of the earth Mikey. But if you look at the top tier of YouTubers and Twitch streamers and TikTokers, basically, they're all a bunch of assholes that have lied their entire lives to seem as good as possible. Their noses grow so long, eventually they curl like a horrible toenail that's all yellowed, all the way back up their own asses, until they start actually believing what they're smelling, and thinking that they are farting roses. Whenever you look at people at the top of like these online platforms, they are very detached and very self-deceived.
That was north of the checkpoint.
With notions of natural worth and percolating to the top because they're better.
Dame has friends in the south.
With these weird, dangerous ideas that try to completely brush under the table, that a lot of them got very, very lucky early on, and they capitalized on the luck, which is not wrong at all. There's nothing wrong with that. But they like to pretend it's all because of exactly who they are. Anyway, thank you very much to Square Enix for the Twitch code. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just being grumpy.
A moment. I doubt you could afford even that much of my time.
Oh, she's coy.
Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the Dame.
Sid was Jimmy Neutron in Final Fantasy VII.
Let us leave such
His limit breaks
impersonal titles to my less preferred.
when he constantly keeps spearing down repeatedly.
You can call me Isabel.
Hey, Isabel.
Otto assured me I could
Really good
trust
DPS.
you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do.
Oh, Snow
Long
Rip.
ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would.
Just read your Dragon Oil stuff. That's cool.
I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I
Tommy,
make it a point to do the same whenever possible.
I love Starship Troopers.
Which brings us here.
That's Paul Verhoeven. That's like his third other...
To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek.
Oh,
in
a
the
challenge.
holy capital.
So the big
I fear
Verhoeven
the
3,
guards are not likely to let a masterless
RoboCop.
bearer pass unmolested.
Total Recall,
Unless...
Starship Troopers. I'll take a look.
Unless.
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Okay, right. Well, let's go help out whatever needed doing in a castle. So basically, there's civil unrest in the nearby area, And we're going to use that as an opportunity to kind of slip round the back and make our way up in towards the Empire. I assume this is our gateway towards beginning that. The market, interestingly, is outside the protective walls of the castle. Okay.
Welcome, welcome.
A Gaia blade. May I have
back again.
dragon flame tongue. Look at this thing on my back. Now I do like this outfit. It makes me think of Final Fantasy XIV and high fantasy. I do feel a little bit overdressed when I'm actually just walking around a otherwise normal environment.
Back in my day,
Says Kid Ludens.
Final Fantasy enemies were just dragons and steampunk tanks. This man's out killing deer.
Alright, Kid Ludens.
Well, in my day, we played Chrono Trigger, and if you go in the castle, there's a steampunk dragon boss on a bridge, and we were grateful.
Alright. Get ready for another God of War Aphrodite minigame. Elemental Geo, time yourself out, please. When Ayatollah comes back, I'm going to get him to ban you. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are.
It's $25. Yo.
It's not as if I can hide it.
I'll check out a trailer
From the
first.
moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take.
Hey,
But
Characleos.
today,
Tales
it's
of
going to give you
Characleos.
exactly what you want.
I see you. Wow.
Just play along.
I see you, Cara. How you doing? Yeah, this game's got swearing and spiciness and blood. The language is more ye olde.
already.
More English actors doing
But
the voice.
of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
I like it a lot. Still, though,
And who might this be?
I'm still only a single
Why
party
my new
player.
escort? The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
In battle, you get support.
Well, don't work him too hard.
It's basically one player
Well,
so
that
far.
rather depends
One
on
character.
you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
I knew an Isabel once. Let's just say it ended like the 6th of August.
Another fucking branded.
Oh, fucking
You're
bad.
lucky you're with the dame.
Oh, you little scumbag.
Now get out of my sight, filth.
Something's going to happen where they're grateful to me later, and they'll apologise.
That
In my day,
wasn't
we had
so
to blow the
bad.
cartridge to make it work.
Wasn't
Yeah,
so bad.
I'm a bit like a cartridge
might have
sometimes, Kid
recognised me.
Ludens.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Do we have an opportunity to have a really quick look around, though?
My cousin in the capital said they lost one of the wolves to an ether flood.
Oh, good thing they got more than one then, eh?
Do you know what? This game...
You!
You!
Where the devils who dwell upon western shores? His radiance did command a great...
Watch out for White Devil, got it. This game has done very, very well to have loads of ambient dialogue and conversations in the different areas we've been to, which is a great touch. You really can just focus on the main game stuff, but like, there's usually something to make it worth your while, even if it's just ambient world building, if you kind of go for a little wander.
The markets are afloat.
It's almost like Tudor buildings, except the stonework for the first floors are... the stones are much finer. Now, you want first floor stone houses and a lot of old school stuff because it's harder to set fire to them if there's a war.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Oh.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Oh, it's a courtyard full of courtiers.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
Please.
That won't be necessary.
The guard let her through the front door so that they can go in the back door.
Welcome to the Vale.
Yo. I'm very glad to be here. Alright, I hope everybody in chat's over 18.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates.
I told her, I'll tell you about the tax in a minute.
I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You,
Do you reckon he's a virgin?
What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well.
I told her, yeah, I was talking about that the other day.
I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
Oh no.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
And actually, he was searching, and in the end, what we found was ourselves.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours.
Thank you.
Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Okay, let's look for a missing lady. This game looks so good. Yeah, Kara, it's lovely. It's been getting better and better as we've been playing it. I've really been in... Like, I liked it when we started. Now I'm really loving it. Or you'll burn them alive. Hey, a little bit of burning, Fenrir. I've got fire magic. That's... When you've got flame magic, everything looks like a candle. Let's put it that way. So, Ayatollah says a water crystal in a well. It's new tech, quickly implemented. It's hard to tell. Because of the expansion of the Empire and their crystal technology, it has replaced a lot of the wells, but it doesn't make sense. Because if you actually look up at one of these wells, it's actually like an anachronism.
I suppose you'll need
because it's got a dugout and a wall, but it's not a deep pool of water. It's actually a wooden bucket sitting on ground level with the crystal pouring the water in. You see, it's got these wooden walls and it's just a giant tub. So I assume there might have been an actual well there, except the amount of crystal available in this particular region further from the Empire is still quite limited. So why would you replace an existing water source with a crystal variation?
Excuse me, you there?
Oh, you there!
With the sword?
Oh, side quest, is it? Mikey, you're being horny again.
She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
I am dressed like an edgelord.
Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's a question.
Let's see what her chambermaid
and I think I know what the answer is. But which is better so far? We've got the layer of the ladies, the courtesans of this particular area with Lavender and her crew, and their purple dresses. Is this better and sexier? Remember, sexy is good. Is this better and sexier or worse than the Bumblebee outfits from the Honeybee Inn in the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Do you guys like brassiers and bustiness and frill? Or straight up borderline furry cosplay.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy.
You like this one, Ayatollah?
Knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
You think it's worse?
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy.
Oh, he's the first simp.
Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something.
Oh, he's a violent
The
simp.
dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye.
Oh, shit.
Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Do you reckon if I check my accessories, we can unlock a fedora to go with my look?
Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Glasses and a fedora will be the good wrap-up. Did you guys ever see this thing on Twitter? There was a post on Twitter talking about my guy being an edgelord who needs a fedora. Some dude committed a murder, and he wore a mask when he was disposing of the remains of a body, but he was caught on CCTV, and they recognized him because he was wearing his fedora. And apparently, like, his friends or neighbors were like, yeah, he kept trying to get us to call him the Hat Man. Oh, God. That's always a good sign. So healthy, so healthy.
I haven't seen you around the Vale.
Oh, wow, I'm brand new. I like it here on the Vale. This is very old school towny. If this was Final Fantasy IX, I still think the atmosphere and vibe would be completely different. But in a Final Fantasy XVI world, this is, you know, it's worse places than this. Alright, here's that violent, disgusting simp.
Fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
I'm looking for a man
Oh,
with a scar
not him.
over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off. Hold your tongue.
This is a Final Fantasy game.
Brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us.
Oh, can we not say simp on Twitch? Oh, guys, as you know, guys, that I only have love in my heart. I'm not trying to be edgy. I am genuinely asking.
On account of him being in war.
Is
Yeah, left a
cis
few days back.
now
Said he had
a
dealings
bad
with a
word?
merchant there.
I thought, and you can tell me if I'm, please do tell me if I'm wrong. I thought if you were cis,
Moore is the last village on the
that
road
was
to Arthur.
literally just a term for if you're born a woman and you think you're a woman, or if you're born a guy and you think you're a guy. If your gender identity matches that at birth, that means you're cis. So like, I love my trans crew, love everywhere, but I'm a cis male. But am I just missing something? And apparently that's now not okay to say? What's going on? Now let's just have a quick look over here. Oh, this guy's doing wind magic. He's drying the clothes using... Oh, smart lad. I just want to have a quick look up this path, because I can't help but notice it's a little bit surreptitiously out of the way. And then we will just go to our objective marker. You'll notice, guys, that I'm doing my best to do my wandering around on side missions offline, so that I don't keep you guys like I usually do in video games, and we stay a bit more plot focused. Look at that view. It was worth coming up here. Look at that. That's kind of my problem. Reminds me too much of old people. Simp is fine if you're self-referencing. Yeah, I'm just using it casually. I'm not using it as an attack, and I'm not using it to affect somebody else's live stream in their chat. The reason why Twitch specifically doesn't like people saying simp is because people were using that word a lot a few years ago in live streamers' streams, and it was deterring people from donating and subscribing. So Twitch decided they cared because they were missing out on half the money.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
I wish it was more populated. Well, it's daytime, so maybe all the people are out working the fields and stuff. Straight to jail, Mikey. Snow Rip, is that a reference to the Venezuelan ambassadors?
Oh, Tatiana, you could have told me.
From Parks and Rec.
The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor.
Undercooked fish, straight to jail. Overcooked chicken, believe it or not, also jail.
But that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor?
Mr. Doctor's appointment, jail.
Truth.
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I
Who's
fear
that guy?
sending you there may cause more harm than good.
Armin Tanzanian?
The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll
Straight
find
to
they have
jail.
little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you.
In my country?
There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is
She does
Bertram.
tax to mouth.
He works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Portlandia, I'm not familiar with that. They put it under a derogatory term. Oh, so it's like saying virgin. Cis is fine, it's just very frequently used as an insult. You are correct. It just means a person identified to the gender they were born as. Yeah. Yeah. So now, and again, I'm just talking, I'm trying to like get my head around an idea here, so, you know, I know that anything involving gender identity gets dangerous on the internet these days, especially in America at the moment. But like, cis as a offensive term to hurt someone's feelings sounds like it's about as effective as calling a white person cracker. Because cis people don't have a history of being the victims of violence and degradation and second-class citizenry, right? Historically. Just like white people don't necessarily have a history of being slaves and treated terribly for the last 400 plus years in cultural Western history. So like, you know, oh, there's Mikey. Oh, no, don't talk to Mikey. He's cis Mikey. It's kind of like, boo-hoo? Oh. The Meadows music. Look, did you just hear the shift in that music? Mate, Captain Ominous. Over here. Plinky, Plinky, everything's lovely in the Vale where it's Plinky, except if you just go over here, you're gonna die. The royal meadows have lost bodies every day. Children go missing. Wives cry themselves to sleep at the night. The sunset is a sign of fear. The dawn will never come. Unless, of course, you're here in Northreach where we're having a lovely time. Alright, I see you, Final Fantasy 16. I see you.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
There you go! The whole vibe's changed. I need to learn how to catch chocobos. Hey, wonderful creatures. The power of the Phoenix! Okay. So, what I've seen on Twitter is that, this has come from nowhere, is that you can get some really good juggle combos. So we will play around with our effectiveness as time goes on. This is like when you're playing Final Fantasy VII, the original, on disc 3, and the world map music is like really grim. Wow, God, look at that little tour over there. It's very protagonist stressed edgy in the yeah. Dude, Itami, like every Cloud and his look fits the universe of Final Fantasy VII. It's the NPCs in the remake which are really boring. Final Fantasy VI is wild. Final Fantasy VIII, Squall dresses appropriately. 9, you're just a dude with a monkey tail. 10 is the closest to Kingdom Hearts I think Final Fantasy's ever gotten. But in this one in particular, it's only because the rest of the world around us is very normalized historically with peasants and stuff. Like, look at that view. That looks like they tried to make it real, except for that crystalline business over there. So I think it's the fact that it's black and red. Black and red is the color scheme you pick out when you're 14 and you're designing a character. Do you know what I mean? Because they pop, but he does look a little bit too edgy. Just a little bit too edgy. But I'm sure we'll get an outfit change eventually. Don't get me started with 10 and its fashion choices. Mate, 10 was having fun. The year, when did it come out again? The year is 2000, right?
The people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says. It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Let's see what these people are like then.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
So yes
One
is
of
the
her
answer,
courtesans has gone
mostly.
missing, and I need to find her.
I thought it was that bright
information on her whereabouts.
I just read your comment.
Come here to meet with a trader.
Many